So lately, peanut butter bread recipes have been going viral, and I really wanted to make a version that anyone could make using pantry ingredients that was good for you. It was healthy, it was vegan, it was gluten-free, it was dairy-free, refined sugar-free. By the way, you want to know something nuts about peanuts? They're not nuts, they're legumes. Okay, first step, you're going to turn your oven on 350 to preheat that, and then you're going to take out your baking flour. If you're gluten-free like me, please use gluten-free flour. Otherwise, all-purpose works perfectly fine. You're going to use 2 cups of that. For more easy, healthy recipes, please subscribe. I would love to stay connected with you. Okay, you're going to pour your baking flour into your mixing bowl. And now here is where the recipe goes crazy. Baking powder. Of course, you always use baking powder in bread. We're not going to use 1 teaspoon of baking powder, not 2 teaspoons of baking powder, not even 3 teaspoons of baking powder, but this recipe calls for 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Have you ever heard of something so crazy? I have not. Okay, sweetener. So this is a bread, not a cake. So this recipe calls for 4 tablespoons of maple syrup. You could make it sweeter. You could certainly use 6 or even 8 tablespoons if you wanted to, or you could always add a tablespoon when you eat it on top of it, which is also really good. And now the peanut butter. So you could use creamy like I did. You could use crunchy. Just make sure to use natural peanut butter. You don't want any junky ingredients, and you're going to use 3/4 cup of that. By the way, peanuts are so good for you. They're high in protein. They're an excellent source of many vitamins and minerals and antioxidants, and they're very filling. And this peanut butter bread happens to be very filling. Okay, you're going to pour all your ingredients together, and next you're going to add some plant milk. So I used vanilla plant milk. If you want to, you could always add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. You could also add a teaspoon of cinnamon if you want that. Now, I started with a cup, and you're going to want to start with a cup of plant milk. I wound up adding another 1/2 cup because I needed it. But if you don't, you could certainly start with that. You could always add more, but you can't take it away. So total, I recommend 1.5 cups until your batter looks like that. Doesn't that look pretty? Doesn't that look like peanut butter bread dough, right? So now we're going to take our parchment paper and we are going to line our bread pan with it. To make it a little easier, I wash my hands and then I just crumple it up, and I find that that definitely helps to make the parchment paper fit the bread pan that much better. And now you're going to add your peanut butter bread dough into your bread pan. And for more easy, healthy recipes, please subscribe. I would love to stay connected with you. Like me, feel free to play with it a little bit. I can't not. And now we're at toppings. Toppings are always a fun topic. So what goes better with peanut butter than chocolate chips? I don't know. That's why I chose chocolate chips. But you could put peanuts on top. You could put real nuts on top, such as walnuts or almonds or pecans. All of that would go really well with this peanut butter bread. And then once it's there, you want to just shake it, make sure that the topping is evenly dispersed so every bite gets some toppings. Then you're going to put it in the oven. Now, after about 40 minutes, you're going to want to check it to see how it is baking. Mine wound up taking about 45 minutes. And I was so excited. By the way, your home is going to smell amazing. Peanut butter bread does not disappoint with the aroma it gives to your nice house. Now, if your hands are both full and you really don't know what to do to close the oven, just kick it like I did. That's what it's going to look like. Now to make sure that it's done, you're going to take your toothpick out. You're going to do a toothpick test. Hopefully yours comes out as beautifully clean as mine did. Look at that. Are you impressed? Now, I know this is going to be really difficult, but you're going to want to leave the peanut butter bread in the loaf pan for about 10 minutes. And then even after you do that, you're going to want to leave it on the cooling rack for another 10 minutes. Now, I know that's going to be brutal, but you're going to have to trust me on it that it will be worth it. Now, at this point, it is ready to be enjoyed. You could have it for breakfast with some maple syrup on top. You could have it with your morning coffee. You could have it with a treat. It's great toasted. I mean, The opportunities to eat this are just endless. For more healthy, easy, skinny recipes, please subscribe. I'd love to stay connected with you. And for more healthy, easy, skinny bread recipes, check out this video.